everyone, so I'm back in with another video. This time around I have some more retro video game pickups to share with you guys, and I have a decent set of stuff here to show you too. So I have some things here that I do already own. I got them specifically with the intention of trading or selling them to sort of cover the cost of other things here. But I did find some games that I had been looking for, and some games that are just kind of interesting to me. They were only a couple bucks, so I thought, why not go for them? So I'm going to start out with some PS2 games. PS1 games. I got these at Buy and Sell Kings. It's a store that I go to every so often here in Toronto, specifically in East York. They have a lot of really cheap PS1 games, usually priced at $2.99, $3.99, $1.99. And there's always something worth taking a look at, especially for just a couple of bucks. You can never really go all that wrong. So first up here is the only game that I got that did not have a manual with it. I don't know much about it, but it just looked kind of interesting from the artwork on the back. I think it's some kind of a dungeon crawler kind of game, but I'm not too certain about that. If anybody has more information about this, please just let me know in the comment section below. It's called Eternal Eyes, and it was just $2.99. Next game that I got is called Bug Riders, the Race of Kings, and it was $3.99. And this one here seems like you ride on a bug and shoot at stuff. I think it's supposed to play... Actually, no, I think it's just you ride the bugs and you fly through hoops and stuff at certain points and do other sort of racy kind of stuff. Racy, sorry about that. 7 spectacular weapons for merciless extermination. So there are weapons in there as well, so maybe it's some kind of a wacky kart racer, but instead of carts you get giant insects that you ride on. Next game here is Steel Harbinger, and I'm almost certain that this game here or another one like it came out on the Jaguar maybe, but honestly can't really remember about that. And if I do remember correctly about this, I think on the back there is an old sticker from Zellers from way back in the day, and at some point this game was priced at $30. But yeah, it looked kind of interesting. It was in really good condition. And it looks like it does have full motion video as well, and I'm kind of a sucker for some full motion video in a older 90s video game. And the last of the PS1 games that I got is Shipwreckers. Again, can't really say much about this, but looked kind of interesting. And again, for $2.99, not that big of a deal if it's not, but definitely a kind of interesting game here. It looks like you play as a group of pirates and you solve puzzles and go through worlds in sort of third person, so you get to see a lot, and you also get to see your characters. I really, not to say that I don't like first person perspective in games, it's just I'm not always a fan of it. It works in some games, and in other games I really just wouldn't care for it. Now, when I got those, I also saw that they had recently received a whole bunch of Sega Genesis games. I saw this one here for $10, and it kind of reminded me of a game on the Dreamcast that I am forgetting right now. I honestly can't even remember what the game is called, but it has to do with sort of giant mechs. There's customization in here as well, and you can you battle against mechs on sort of side-scrolling. I'm at a loss for words right now, but the game that I'm talking about is Cyborg Justice. You fight head-to-head like you would in a typical fighting game, but it was reminiscent of other sort of giant mech robot customizable kind of games. There's there are ones that I've played on other consoles that I just cannot remember the name of right now. But the other ones have been in sort of 3D arenas. But this one here is just side to side with some pretty decent action in there, and all the sort of add-ons and different pieces for the mech suits are pretty interesting. But again, kind of blah on the Genesis, just because I personally always preferred Super Nintendo over Genesis. And I usually think that the Genesis is kind of blah, but still pretty fun game. Just can't say much else about it. Moving on from that, sorry about that. I found this game here with a whole bunch of other games at the Salvation Army not the Salvation Army, the Value Village that I usually go to. And there were some Mario games there as well. Basically, it was this game here as well as a bunch of Super Nintendo and N64 games, but they were all priced pretty high. Even the sort of more generic, more common games were still priced at, if I remember correctly, $9.99, $12.99, and $14.99. So I wasn't going to grab any of those. They had some Mario games. They were priced, though, at $19.99 and $24.99. So I didn't even consider them, but immediately as I'm there waiting to get this employee's attention to grab this one game that I did end up buying, this man was just trying to butt ahead of me and try to buy all of them, and he was really trying to get me to leave this game behind, and I was not about to leave it there for him to grab. I mean, I am myself going to go ahead and trade this anyways because I do have this game already, but I was going to let him grab it. Just didn't really care for his attitude, and the fact that he was really pushing for me to just leave it there. It's The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. It is the original release of it. They're not the re-released greatest hits version. I just forget what it's called. Player's Choice. But yeah, as you can see, I paid $19.99 for it. I didn't have any discounts of any kind to use on this, even though I did have a full stamp card. Apparently the stamp card expired a couple days before I went to the store, which kind of sucks, but oh well, what can you do? But at $20, I think that maybe I could get something more out of this game here. And now moving on to the last game that I want to show you guys. I got this from High Tech Video Games. This store usually has a lot of good deals for Xbox, PS2, GameCube, and Wii games. All their other games are typically priced a little bit higher than what I typically expect them to be. Even their DS games are mostly fairly priced. But their older cartridge-based games do typically go for more than they usually do. So when I saw this, I was expecting some crazy price, but he told me that it was $20, and I was actually taking in a whole bunch of stuff to trade into that store, so I didn't really pay anything extra. I got this game here for $20, and then I got another $40 in cash for the stuff that I traded. And the stuff that I traded in, I had only paid like $15 for it. So either way, getting this game and the cash definitely put me in the plus. It's The Lost Vikings on the Sega Genesis. It does not come with the manual, and there isn't sticker like label damage on there. It's just that there's another sticker on top of it that I need to take off, but I'll have to be very careful about that. And you can see the artwork is kind of chewed up along the top there, but I really wanted to play this platformer. I've been playing a lot of Heroes of the Storm lately. Well, over the last year, really, I've been playing a lot of Heroes of the Storm, and I have tried playing the Lost Vikings in that game, but they're kind of difficult to use. But I wanted to see where they came from, where they originated. So I feel like in this format, in a platformer where you can pick and choose when you use each specific Viking, it should be a very good game, or at least a halfway decent game. There are a bunch of levels to play through in this, so it shouldn't be a game that I finish too quickly. But again, I'm very happy to add this to my collection. I wish that I was able to get the Super Nintendo version of this game or any of the other Vikings games, but this here, though, at least it's a good start. But yeah, that's all that I got in terms of retro video game pickups. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below, and also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like. And that's it. See ya.